Hello and welcome to the video. Before we get started, if you'd like to provide input on future content and get our weekly newsletter, click on our survey. The link will be below. We also have a report on Ethereum 2, along with a bonus report on why you should learn Solidity now. Again, the link will be below. Now on to the video, and thank you. Okay, so today we're going to talk about AR Loader. AR Loader is a SDK for uploading files in bulk to Arweave. Now this might be used by something like Metaplex, and it'll be interesting to see. You can probably use this in the Solana backend to send files to Arweave. Now, I'm not sure how that would look on our setup. We've got my guess is it would work just fine if we have the test weave, and then we have a Solana test net or a development network locally. We can use Solana through this crate to send a file to the test weave. Now, obviously, I have to do a bit more research onto this and looking at it. So this, when they talk about it, has a command module, which would look like it's probably the, let's look at this. So this looks like the Arweave command. So upload, or so you can get stats. You can do a whole bunch of things here. Another thing is they have transactions, tags, bytes, all the things it's signing, because you'd want to sign the file. And I said module bundle, data structure and functionality to create serialized and deserialized data items. So let's look at that. So you have a data item struct, and you get, surprised there's only one method here, but let's look at our data item struct. So you have an ID, signatures, owner, target, tags, and of course the data. And serialize, deserialize, and all the ability to talk to data. And the other thing it has, of course, creating signatures and hashing, errors, for chunking data files. To a big data file, you probably want to move it in chunks. For funding transactions in Sol, because if we're interacting with Solana, status, transaction. So this is a structure, and so these are the structures they have: a chunk, tag, transaction. So that has all the things you need for a transaction. And let's see, uploader. They're not using it currently. Okay. So let's go back to AR loader. So we've got, and of course, utils. This looks like it could be helpful for testing. So implement, create temporary directory, drop implement to remove direct. Okay. So let's see if we can see some more. This looks like it is, according to what they say here, it is a temp directory for testing. Of course, you have the Arweave. So this is Let's look at that. Taking its time a little bit. And this is the, so you have fields and to name, units, base URL, and crypto. So get price, get wallet. So this looks like it's create transactions. So that lets you perform your transactions and such with Arweave. So this could be very interesting. See all of AR Loader's items. So whole list: structs, enums, traits, methods, constants, block size. So you have a whole bunch of stuff here that allows you to interact with Arweave. Let's go back here. And upload files into it, which Metaplex is, I'm sure they're using this in some form of fashion. So this is definitely worth experimenting with. So I'm going to be looking into that and seeing, we already know how to, we've already done a smart contract in, or backend program in Solana, in Rust. So if we can include some of this, what can we do? Remember how it works with Solana. You send it, you send a very structured thing to the back end, including the data, and I think in instructions and things of that nature. So this is, that could be used to take advantage of this. I'm going to see if I can find some like real examples of it that would be a good basis for getting started. Remember, when you're programming, you want to borrow as much as you can. I mean, why waste time reinventing the wheel if you have an example that does what you need it to do? That's where, you know, Stack Exchange and websites like that, Stack Overflow, why developers use it all the time, and why, you know, Google is in some sense your best friend when you're coding, because often you can find someone who's done something like you. And maybe that's just how my brain works. I don't know if, when I did math in college, the way I would study, I couldn't read a math book cover to cover. That to me didn't work for me. What I would do is I would go through, the professor would assign problems. I would go through all of them, go use the textbook as a reference, solve the problems. And if I was preparing for an exam, I would solve some more problems. Again, going back to the textbook as a reference. And that's pretty much how I code. I mean, I know what I want to do. I find something similar enough that I can borrow it and bring it over, and then adjust it to my particular needs. So anyway, hopefully this has been helpful and interesting, and I will speak to you next time. Take care.